Hey you guys, it's Janine here, and I actually wanted to film this video to give my first pregnancy update. So if you're watching this, I am right now just entering my second trimester. I'm about 13 and a half weeks pregnant, and I don't know when this video will come out, but I wanted to kind of film along the way. I'll probably do every month or so. The first 2 months have completely flown by. You don't really find out you're pregnant until you're about 4 weeks along, which is, I guess, already a month in. So we found out actually like 4 days or 5 days after we entered lockdown for quarantine. So that has been very interesting, being locked down during pregnancy. Obviously, there are pros and cons. The pros being it has been very easy to hide my pregnancy from people I don't want to know quite yet, so work being one of them. But the downsides have been things like ultrasound appointments and blood work and midwife appointments. My husband hasn't been able to attend any of those. They are only allowing one individual to those appointments. So that's kind of sucked, but we're working with it and just kind of staying home, trying to stay away from people because obviously I don't want to get sick. It's mid-May at this point, so I'm due in November, which I'm kind of excited that my baby is going to be born in Financial Literacy Month. I think that is kind of just perfect. But I wanted to share this update and kind of let you know how things have been going for me during pregnancy. I've been super lucky. I basically had no morning sickness throughout my first trimester, a little bit in week 5 and 6, where I kind of just wanted to eat Caesar salad and tomato soup, which was fine. But after that, I really haven't had any morning sickness at all. I've just been so tired. I'm finally starting to get my energy back, which is good and has obviously been beneficial because I am in the process of launching my course. So wanting to go to bed at 7 p.m. isn't really conducive to working a day job and then trying to build your business in the evening, but things are definitely getting better. We basically found out right away when I had missed my period for a couple of days. I took a pregnancy test and we were kind of both surprised at how quickly it turned positive, but we were trying, so I guess maybe we shouldn't have been surprised, but we still were kind of in shock. And it took probably a little bit over a week to set in that I was actually pregnant. And even at my first ultrasound, when I was talking to the tech, I was kind of like, oh, there is something in there, because I really didn't feel pregnant at that point. And then the last kind of month of my first trimester was just a lot of naps and resting and doing a little bit of baby shopping. Again, thank goodness that online shopping is still available, because I've been kind of spending my time when I'm not feeling, super happy, or when I'm trying to avoid COVID news, looking at baby stuff. So that's kind of another positive. I do feel fortunate that in my first trimester, I kind of just got to stay at home and rest when I needed to. Usually my life is pretty crazy, attending a lot of events and flying all over both Canada and the US. So in a way, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, although I definitely miss getting on planes. Not sure I'll be getting on one before baby comes, depending obviously on kind of what happens with this pandemic. I haven't really had any aversions or cravings. We don't cook meat on a daily basis, and I know that's something that a lot of women face, but I really have been, again, super lucky. No pregnancy sickness or morning sickness or aversions to any food, although thinking about fish sometimes doesn't really do it for me. Shrimp, I don't really feel like I would want to eat right now. And shockingly, red wine, I've had a sip here and there of my husband's red wine and just tastes like crap. I don't know why, which I guess is good. Then I'm not really missing red wine during this pregnancy. So we did decide on a midwife. I went to my doctor right after I found out I got pregnant, and then we started getting on the list here in Alberta for multiple different midwife practices, and we were really fortunate that one got back to us really quickly. At that point, I was only 4.5 weeks pregnant when we got a midwife. So I felt really fortunate that we were able to do that, and midwives are actually covered by Alberta Health here in the province. So that's really exciting. I want to try, I think, and have a pretty natural birth. We haven't decided where we're going to give birth, but I just feel like a midwife kind of will allow me to make more choices and won't rush my birth along. I'm sure they're great doctors. This is just obviously a personal choice that my husband and I chose. We've also decided to go with a doula, and hopefully that doula will be able to be with us during our birth. As it stands right now, doulas aren't actually allowed in the hospital as a second support person if you are giving birth there. So I'm really hoping that changes, or that might kind of make the choice for us as to where we want to have our birth, because I definitely love our doula so far. I haven't met her in person yet, but she sounds so lovely. I've noticed that my back and scoliosis has been pretty bad so far. I have not been able to go to the chiropractor except for within the past couple of weeks. We've just reopened, so that has been a blessing because that was really challenging. And I could really do with a massage at this point, but with Alberta being closed and massages not being allowed, I think I'll probably be waiting at least another month until I can go ahead and get in with my massage therapist. In addition to that, there's not really a ton to update on in the first trimester. I'll try and do these videos kind of more frequently as things progress. I don't really have a baby bump right now. It kind of just looks like I ate too much cake, but I'm sure it will be coming in the future. So I wanted to share some things that we've kind of received and gotten so far for baby. The first is I ordered this pregnancy journal from a company in Australia called Write to Me. I love that it's kind of this like linen, and it's not super pink or blue because obviously we don't know what kind of baby we're having, and it kind of just walks you through different weeks of your pregnancy, what your weight might be, if you had any questions for your doctor, and then just some space to journal and put some pictures, which is really exciting. And I have to probably go back and write some things in because this did take 8 weeks to come with the pandemic. That's been another downside, is things are taking a really long time to get here, but that's okay. I can be patient. But yeah, I'm excited that I'll have this kind of keepsake from my pregnancy, because I've definitely been spending more time with myself. I've picked up some books and also had some books gifted to me. The first is Nurture. So far, I've really loved this book. It's been great to kind of go through what's happening in my pregnancy, some mindfulness techniques, and kind of what to expect in the coming months and weeks. Husband has The Birth Partner, which I'm excited about. I think this was lent to us from a friend, and so far he hasn't really jumped into a lot of it, but so far so good. As well, we also have the Mayo Clinic Guide to a Healthy Pregnancy. It was recommended online, and my husband's been reading that book. It's been really good, although he does have a science education, so a lot of the stuff he does know. And I don't have the other book on me, but I did get a birthday gift from a friend that was Ina May's Guide to Birth, and I'm really excited to read that one, maybe when I'm a little bit further on in my pregnancy. In addition to that, we've picked up some stuff for baby and have been sent a couple gifts. So Grandma sent these little moccasins. They're so cute. They're black and red, and I can't believe how little the baby's feet are gonna be. In addition to that, I've been doing a bit of shopping on MiniCycle. If you haven't heard of it, there is obviously the opportunity to buy new clothes, but they also have a lot of used clothes available for purchase. So I've been trying to purchase more used clothes that are unisex for baby. I got these little mittens. They're so little, for like $3, so I'm really excited. I just wash everything really well once it gets here. Obviously, we're trying to be really careful with COVID and anything coming into our house. Also picked up this 0 to 3 months sleep coach. I'm sure this baby will keep us up at night, so I figured this little sweater, you know, it's going to be born in November. It will need to stay warm. Also, Picked up this little onesie with little long arms. I can't believe how little these babies are gonna be. These are a lot of really great brands that would usually, cost, $30 for a onesie, and they sell for like $9 online, which is really awesome. And I also picked up 2 little hats. I'm obsessed with hats. I think I might have a third one upstairs, but look how cute these are. They're little bear hats and polka dots. And then lastly, Grandma sent another book, Dear Zoo, which is so cute. I had to flip through, and I'm really excited to obviously build baby's library. So I think that's it for me. Moving into my second trimester. Apparently that's the fun trimester. I've definitely felt my energy coming back, and I'm excited to kind of continue to grow my business. Obviously with, events and stuff not happening and travel not happening, I do find myself with a bit more time, but I'm also trying to give myself the permission to know that it's okay if I don't get stuff done. We are in the midst of a global pandemic. So that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. If you're also pregnant during the pandemic, I'd love to hear from you. Again, by the time this video goes up, I'll probably be much further along, but I'd still love to connect with any moms to be out there, especially anyone who is due in November. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.